So that's live. Just waiting for my my view to show up on my end. That's never gonna happen. I can tell you that much. All right, let's get the link for this, and we can get started. The link that they give me in the studio in the freaking live dashboard is really stupidly it doesn't work. So I always have to go to my channel and fix this. There it is, and we're gonna go ahead and real quickly just take that and post it where we can. Control. No, that's not what I wanted. I don't know Discord anymore. I'm streaming my buddy's mod. This on the share. What is DDLC mod? I'll say that because I'm probably not going to post it in just in just DDLC chats. I'll probably post it in my own as well. Control V. Control V. This is where it gets fun. It's just constantly Control Z, Control V. I'll post it in Matt's chat, cause why not? Does Fractured Piece have a? It doesn't. Noah, you have to put a freaking self promo, please. And then I think the last thing I gotta do is this one we share. There we go. All right, so that takes care of all the Discord server shares. Excuse me. Cool. So I can't see myself because thanks YouTube for not showing me my actual like layout and stuff, because YouTube sucks. My boy, this mod is lit, bro. I hope so. I purposely didn't touch this mod for a while because I wanted to stream it, and now I'm finally getting around to it, and it's 10:15 in the morning for me, and I'm very tired. So let's do this. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Oh my god. It's just really funny that, like, this is the perfect time when I choose to play what I've heard is to be a very, very intense demo. I heard that, like, you know, this is like a 7 to 8 hour demo. And I heard that, that it gets really intense, and it's going to get much more intense for the full version. So that's going to be I love how it keeps trying to actually show me my face. It's just not working. Give up, YouTube. Okay, so hopefully you can hear the music. Let me know if the music's too loud or not. And I guess without further ado, I actually had to turn my shit down in my headset because it was really loud. It wasn't the mod's fault. In fact, I might actually do that. You know what? Yeah, I'll do it around there. If it's too quiet, then let me know. But for the most part, there is voice acting. I know there's a voice volume here, which is going to be pretty cool. I think Illy does the voice acting for Yuri. I don't know if there's any other voice actors in this, but I could be wrong. But yeah, so let's I guess let's get going. Yeah, it's a good demo. I'll be here for a while until you need to go back to Zoom call. Oh yeah, dude. I had a music performance in a Zoom call yesterday. I had to play guitar and sing. And oh my god, was it so nerve-wracking. It was like in front of like my ensemble, and I don't perform very often in front of people. Like, I think the last time I did it was 2 years ago, so I was very nervous. Zoom calls are not the best for performances, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, I definitely understand where you're coming from. There's definitely SKU involved today. So for as long as I can remember, I've been different from everyone else. I don't know, is this our point of view or is this Yuri's point of view? Other people feel happy, sad, or angry. Oh my god, the music being reversed is really eerie. Other people feel love. I've felt those things, but it was a long time ago. Emotions are a distant memory to me, and I spent half of my life trying to change that. Doctors, teachers, friends, not a single person knew what to do. Except for one. It is definitely Yuri's point of view. When I was a child, someone once told me that someone was waiting for me. Someone special. Someone who would fix everything. And they told me that this person was all I needed. But they were wrong. I don't need them. I can fight this alone. I've been trained to fight this alone. Trained to fight all kinds of enemies. Except the ones in my head. No one can train for that. I think that said no one, or how can I? My head shoots up from its sleeping position on my desk. Sweetie, can I come in? My parents have the worst timing. Well, at least Mom knocks. Sure. Oh, it is me. Oh, fuck, it is me. Wait a minute. Was that Yuri's point of view, or was that... I'm so confused. Because you know what? I could have sworn that was a picture of Yuri. That's interesting. My mom burst in, excitedly holding her hands behind her back. What is she hiding? Is it a chocolate Easter egg? How is the packing coming along? Fine. Nearly everything's boxed. Just a few small things left. Are we moving? Are we in the process of moving? Have you heard anything about the apartments? Something's off. These seem like normal questions, but nothing yet. I may have to hold off the move for a few more days until I get a word back. Despite the bad news, my mom smiles brightly. Her arms remain behind her back, moving slightly. Maybe not. We got something for you today. We? Mom gestures behind her towards the entrance of my room. Standing coldly in the doorway is my father, his face expressionless. I'm pretty sure father isn't supposed to be capitalized, but I'm not gonna capitalize on that. Because when you capitalize father, usually you're talking about the Lord, and I'm pretty sure the Lord is not standing in your doorway. His face expressionless. What does he want? Mom practically shoves a letter into my hands. What is this? Open it and find out. Is it like a $1,000 check? Because that would be pretty cool right about now. I highly doubt it's anything worthwhile. What if Mom is this excited? I pull out the piece of paper, noticing that the envelope is already torn open. Man, they just couldn't freaking wait, could they? Congratulations! We would like to personally congratulate you on your acceptance into our academic institution. As your scholarship states, you will be provided with full accommodation for the duration. I can't read transcript, I'm sorry, of your stay, as well as regular classes and full access to the campus. So other students don't get full access? What is this? Our resident expert in psychology is currently on long service leave, but I know he is very excited to meet you. Personally, I think he considers you a challenge. I don't know whether to take that as a compliment or an insult. Yo, I wanted to tell you about DDD. I don't know what that stands for. I think that's your mod, right? Act 2 is done, and the demo is out, and I just got done writing for Act 5 for Natsuki Chat. I just wanted to let you know anyway. Just wanted to let you know. You said that twice, but thank you so much. I will... If you have a link to it, if you wanted to like post it in like the self promo in my server, then you could totally do that, and I can play it later. Doki Doki Dark Descent. Oh yes, I've heard about that. I've seen that on Reddit posts and stuff. Yeah, definitely put a link in the self promo, or at least put the link to the Reddit page in the self promo of my server, and I'll check it out later. I can't do it as of right now because I'm streaming. And then after this, I have a class, and then I also have work this evening. So I don't know when I'm gonna be able to get to it, but I will play it because I have seen it in Reddit posts. You will be required to attend school as per usual. Your first required day shall be the Tuesday, the 11th. You need to report to my office in order to receive your class timetable. Okay. I look forward to meeting you in person and to you joining our esteemed student body. Best regards, Mr. White, Headmaster. We're so proud of you, honey. Mom engulfs me in a large hug. That sounded more like a thump to the floor. This is just like Mom. I only applied because she practically begged me to. Still, her excitement is very endearing. She slowly moves away. Her smile seems shallower somehow. You'll have to leave tomorrow morning if you want to make it on time. That was always the plan. My mom turns her gaze away, looking at the floor. Her voice grows quiet and starts to break softly. This is... Goodbye, then. Mom? She slowly meets my gaze, smiling sadly. I got called for the night shift tonight. I won't be back in time to see you off. She... Oh, but don't let that stop... Okay, the frickin'... Oh, but don't let that stop you, sweetie. This is an amazing opportunity for... When do you leave? Her smile slowly fades and she goes back to looking at the floor. 5 minutes. Her sad smile returns. I could always call in sick. They'd understand. No, I can't ask you to do that. My nose will not stop running. Mom works at the hospital. Her work saves lives. I can't ask her to leave that just for me. You go. I'll be fine. Out of the corner of my eye, I notice my father's large, muscular frame making his way towards me. Of course he'll be fine. He'll have Sayori with him after all. He always did like Sayori more than me. I can handle myself, thanks. Mom takes a step back as I lock eyes with my father. Slowly his head turns away. So you say. Ever the negotiator, my mom steps between us, smiling at me again. I'm acting like a child. These could be our last moments together. I won't have them wasted by bickering with my father. And then right there, he doesn't It's hold on. So that's not capitalized. That's not capitalized. But that is, and the other one was. That it's a little bit confusing. I'm not saying that takes away from the mod. I'm just saying that's a little bit confusing considering you're talking about two different fathers. Though Sayori has always been a good friend, I'm knocking shit over off my desk. Though Sayori has always been a good friend. Are you excited to see her again? Indeed, it's been a while. Truth be told, I have no intention of talking to Sayori. My mom will feel better if she thinks I have a friend there. Honey. He gestures to his watch. It's nearly time. Oh, right. Mom shakily moves in for one last hug, having to tiptoe to wrap her arms around me. Sometimes I forget how much you've grown. Whatever happened to my baby boy? I say nothing, processing the full impact of this moment. Mom has always been a part of my life. I just assumed she'd always be there. But these are my last moments with her. I love you, my darling son. I love you too. And that's the big problem. I don't love her. I don't love my family. I don't love anything. And I have no idea why. I've always felt guilty about it. Yo, you think that's bad? We had so many capitalizing errors they fixed now, but still. I mean, even I accidentally capitalized father, but I only know about that because I accidentally capitalized father in my mod. But I mean, still, you know, it's like it's not. It doesn't take away from the mod. It's just something that I'm just constantly kind of picking up on. This mod so far has been fucking phenomenal. I played what, 5 minutes of it? About 10 minutes of it? 10 minutes of it, and I'm already freaking invested in this. like I should love all of them back. Almost all of them. It's time. Mom slowly steps away, tears in her eyes. Promise you'll call? I will. I won't. Good. We'll just have to find 17 million different excuses as to why we didn't call. Well, I should be going. I can tell how hard this is for her. She opens her mouth to speak, then closes it again, trying to hide the catch in her throat. Eventually, she manages to quietly speak 2 words. Goodbye, Devin. She quickly exits the room, keeping her face hidden. Goodbye, Mom. The steady sound of her footsteps fade away. That's it. She's gone. You have an early morning tomorrow. Blunt, as always. I know. I suggest you go to bed soon if you don't want to be tired in the morning. He's treating me like a child. I don't need him telling me when my bedtime is. I'm aware of how sleep works. He shrugs, turning away. Just saying. His heavy footsteps echo down the stairs. I sigh. That was a very loud sigh. At least that's over. But he's right. I should be going to sleep soon. I start lazily moving towards my bed. It's odd. I've been waiting for this day for months. But now that it's finally here, I shake these depressing thoughts from my head. Tomorrow will be a good day. It has to be. Her perspective. Ah, interesting. I turn the page in my book, hoping to be drawn into its story once again. It's not working. I still feel terrible. I place the book down on the side table and gaze at the window. No matter how hard I try, I can't shake off this feeling. This horrible feeling that something bad is going to happen. I'm just being overdramatic. There's nothing to worry about. It's just school tomorrow. Nothing bad's gonna happen. I've been repeating these words to myself for hours now, yet I can't stop feeling that something is gonna happen. Why? There's nothing special about me. I just go to school, come home, read, and start all over again. There's nothing unusual about that. But maybe that's it. In every story I've read, the worst always comes when everything seems normal. I'm overthinking things again. Still, maybe I should talk to someone. Nah, people are stuck. People suck. Yeah, I'll talk to a friend. They can help me. I go to the table where I left my phone. Hopefully I won't be bothering anyone. Excitedly scrolling through my contacts, I see only 4 numbers. Monica told me to call her in an emergency. She might block me if I call her over something like this. Natsuki and Sayori are probably asleep by now. Not that they want to talk about something like this with me anyway. Then there's Mom. She said I should talk to her whenever I feel down, but... Oh, stop second-guessing yourself so much. It's Mom. She'll help. I quickly dial her numbers, tiredly holding the phone to my ear. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a big fan of our demo because that was the first story I've ever written about but my writing is slowly getting better and I had some cringy moments writing. I won't interrupt again. Don't worry about it. But that's really, I mean, everybody starts somewhere. You don't have to, don't down yourself over your first writing. Like even when I started writing Bundle of Sunshine, for the most part, it wasn't even the story it is at all. Like now. Like, we went through, like, 3 or 4 different variations of what the story could be. My original plan for Bundle of Sunshine, and if you scroll far back enough in the first ever post I ever made for it, the actual plot line for it was me, myself, that child gamer, and this was really narcissistical, basically, where it was coding the game behind everyone's back, where only Monica knew what was going on, and she was playing by my rules, and she would just kind of play along, where like basically my character in the game tries to get MC to save Sayori a little bit sooner, basically by being in his head all the time, and then when that finally rolls around, I had planned on kind of revealing myself to him. We went through. That was before I even had a team. Like, it was just me, and I'm like, this sucks. So I stopped doing that, and I decided, you know what, let's do an actual story. So that's where it kind of went. Let me save the game real quick, because if I click out of this and it crashes, I'm gonna cry, because your message just got held for review. Because thanks, YouTube. Listen, man, I had a 100-line sex scene. It's short now, but damn, I regret it badly, bro. And I will play that demo this Friday, I promise. Are you talking about Bundle of Sunshine? Yeah. It's funny how a lot of mods feel like they and I'm not saying this to down your mod or anything, but everybody seems to think that a sex scene is gonna make the mod good. I'm hoping that's not the way you're taking it. I'm hoping that you're not only putting in a sex scene because, ooh, it's a sex scene, funny, haha. But I mean, the sex scenes are great and all, but, like, at the same time, it's like they're not supposed to be used as, like, a tactic, like, hey, you should play my mod, it's got boobs and shit in it. Nah, if anything, it makes it worse. I feel that. No, but seriously, like, I swear to God, a lot of people think that, oh, if I put nudity in my mod, I can advertise that and people will play that. It's like, sure, maybe that could be true, but that doesn't mean necessarily the mod's good. It's like, really? I dropped my phone to the ground. It's fine. She's just sleeping. And it does have a purpose later on. I won't spoil anything. Okay, so at least if it has a purpose in the story, that's fine then. But don't just put nudity in a mod to make it a selling point. It's fine. She's just sleeping. It's not a big deal. I didn't read that. Excuse me. It's not a big deal. It's not. My arm begins to throb and pulse with a horrible burning feeling. Why? Ooh, the reverse music. No, not now, please. My hand. Okay, I didn't read that either. My hand instinctively reaches for the knife on my. You know, I'm not getting enough time to read some of these like cut off sentences. I like the use of them, but they're going by. Like, I swear to God, the cutoff sentences like happen in like a split millisecond, and then it goes to the next thing. Like, it doesn't even give me time to scroll through and read it as it's going. No! I crash into the side table, sending books and paper flying everywhere. Nah, there's no nudity. Oh, if there's no wait, hold on. You said it was a sex scene, but there's no nudity. So what is it like? Kind of like a what is it? Gonna be like a black screen or like some sort of like dimmed down version where it's like you can't necessarily see what's going on, but you can certainly know what's there. I need some air. Yes, but she has her top on. Oh, okay. I step out into my backyard, feeling the cold wind bite into my skin. Huddling into my jumper, I wait for my vision to adjust to the darkness. If you've played through this entire demo, please do tell me if there's any nudity in this. I need to know so that in case I come up on that part, I'm not actually showing that. Why does this always happen to me? I just want to be happy, to be appreciated by someone, or loved by anyone. But clearly, I don't deserve love, even if my own mother won't talk to me. Stop it. She's just sleeping. You're the one who called her so late. I feel betrayed, but I know it's my fault. I expect too much. I don't know yet. I played an hour and haven't seen any yet. Okay, well then, that makes me safe for an hour at least. Oh boy. Everyone's right. I'm just a freak who deserves to live her life alone. I gaze around at the starry sky above me. It's beautiful, like something you'd read about in a poem. The moon sends its shimmering light down onto my quivering form. Tiny against the vast expanse of the universe. A silver glow spreads to shrink the shadows surrounding me. The shadows now appearing tiny against the vast darkness of the night. And just like the shadows nearby. My problems are nothing when compared with everyone else's. I walk back inside into the darkness of my living room. Practically falling onto the couch, I try desperately to fall asleep, trying to end this horrible day. Huh? Who could? Mom! Her text light up my screen, the small glow from my phone seeming to light up in the entire room. Yuri, is something wrong? It's awfully late. I desperately want to talk to her, but it's late. She can't waste time talking about my petty problems. It's nothing, Mom. Please don't worry about it. I set the phone down gently, tiredly walking to my bedroom. And she called. I suddenly stopped, turned to look at my phone. Mom is calling. My heart is pounding. I'm not sure why. It's just Mom. I pick up my phone, trying desperately to calm my breathing. It's okay. I can do this. Hello? I knew it. My heartbeat pounds throughout my chest. My breathing comes only in short, ragged gasps. What is it? There is something wrong. My arm starts to itch and tremble horribly. It's fine, Mom. Don't worry. Okay. Again, I couldn't read that. It's fine, Mom. Don't worry about it. I'm so sorry that I bothered you so late. Yuri, it's okay. Just calm down. You're not bothering me. I want to help you, and clearly something's shaking you up. So, what's wrong? Well, This is going to sound stupid, but this is Mom. She'll understand, right? Screw it. I can't live my whole life pushing people away. Mom, do you think anyone will ever love me? I can hear her giggling softly through the... That's so fucked up! Oh my god. What? Well, I love you, Yuri. Oh, or I love you, Yuri. I feel my blood go cold. That's kind of fucked up too. It's like, nah, don't worry. If you don't have anybody else, you have me. I'm sorry, Mom. I didn't mean that your love wasn't enough. Her soft chuckling is more audible now. Yuri, do calm down. No data. Okay. What just happened here? What? We good? We dandy? What just happened? I genuinely don't know what happened. I had so many dropped frames. Well, what was that? That was kind of messed up. It says excellent now, but for the most part, I'm concerned. I'm very concerned. Do let me know if that happens and if my stream just cuts out, because that's the first time that's ever happened, and this is a DDLC mod, so it's like it shouldn't be that hard to record. So do let me know if the stream cuts out. I need to pay attention to that, because I don't know when it cuts out, because I don't have any sort of playback whatsoever, because my YouTube just does not like me. Nothing happened, you're fine. Well, that's not what it told me on my end, so I was just concerned. Yuri, do calm down, I'm just cheesing. Hello, Governor. Hello to you too. Welcome to the stream, Majorlik. Yuri, do calm down. I'm just teasing. Of course someone will love you, dear. You're an amazing person, you know? You really think so? Yuri, do you remember the story I used to tell you about your father? I can't stop the smile from spreading across my face. Which story? You had so many. You know exactly which one. It was your favorite. The one about how your father and I met. We knew from the moment we saw each other that we were meant to be together. And do you remember what we said every time we finished telling you that story? Is that supposed to be us? I think that's supposed to be us. There's someone out there for you too. It's hard to see like above the screen because like the screen's up here and it's like tilted down but not enough. So it's like the entire top of the screen is like really dim for me. There's someone out there for you too, so I have to like look up and like see it. And when you meet them, the whole world will shine a little bit brighter. That's right, Yuri. That person is still out there. You just need to find them. But what if they hate me? What if I ruin everything? What if I lose them to someone better? Well, you can't let that happen, can you? I know I would have done everything to keep your father. I suppose. Oh, is that gonna like spark up her sort of like her kind of obsessiveness where it's like, you know, I can't lose him, so I have to be around him forever and ever and ever and ever. I hope that's not the case. I suppose. I just feel so alone. I can't help it. I know, honey, but I'll only be gone for a few more days. Until then, you have that club, don't you? You were telling me all about your friends there. Yeah. Talk to them, sweetie. They're your friends. They'll help you. If they don't, I'll be sure to have a few words with them. That's okay, Mom. They'll help. I'm sure they will. Alright then. Now I think it's bedtime. For both of us. Right. See you soon, Mom. Sweet dreams, Yuri. Placing my phone down, I fall to the couch, exhausted. Despite Mom's encouraging words, dark thoughts continue to plague my mind. I know the club would help me, but how can I explain this to them? I explain my belief that there's a perfect soulmate for me out there, and how I feel betrayed because they aren't here. Like a broken promise. Hope, that's all it is. A vague hope that everything will work out. Damn it. I'm letting my thoughts get the better of me again. I roll over, trying to simply empty my mind and relax. It'll be okay, I just need to make it to the club tomorrow. The world outside seems to drift away as my sleep takes hold of me. Tomorrow will be a good day. It has to be. Ooh. That's a slow, eerie version of Oh Hey You Sayori. I gotta leave. Sorry, bro. That's alright, man. Have fun in your class. Don't... Have fun with Zoom, because that's always a great video call thing. I'm lying. It's god-awful. But have fun anyway. Oh, my jeez. Excuse me. Hello? Ah. My shout echoes throughout the school library, breaking its peaceful silence. From over the top of my book, I see a small girl gazing curiously at me. Hi. Noticing my nervousness, she smiles warmly. Sorry to bother you. You just look so lonely by yourself. Is this Sayori? Her words catch me off guard. She's probably been sent by her friend to make fun of me. But her smile is so bright, I should at least give her a chance. What are you reading? She pulls out a chair and takes a seat next to me. It's called The Portrait of Markov. Have you ever heard of it? The girl scrunches up her face in concentration, then rapidly shakes her head. It's quite adorable. No, what is it about? I begin to describe the plot and then immediately stop myself. I scared off too many potential friends by talking too much. The girl's contagious smile reappears. That's okay. You don't have to tell me. I feel bad now. I've made the conversation awkward again. If you don't mind me asking, what are you doing here? Most students are in their clubs at this time. The girl looks away, smiling nervously. Well, that's actually why I'm here. You see, I'm looking for members for a new club. Club? Clubs usually involve sharing interests with other people. The only interests I really have are reading and, that. The girl's expression softens, seeing the nervous look on my face. Sorry, I shouldn't have brought it up so soon. It's just, I see you here all the time, by yourself. I thought that maybe getting into joining our club, it could help you make some new friends. She did all this because she thought I was lonely. How many members do you have? Her warm smile returns, setting me at ease. 2 so far. 3 if you say yes. It's a literature club. She says this with infectious enthusiasm and a smile somehow even larger than her previous one. I've been meaning to start talking to people more. A literature club would be the perfect place for it. You know, I don't think this is Sayori. I feel like this is more, I think this is Monica. Or, you know what? No, because Monica started the club and then talked to Sayori about it. That's why Sayori's the vice president. And she was helping to start a new club. So that means if there's only 2 so far, 3 if Sayori says yes, that means Natsuki hasn't been talked to yet. So that means this could very well potentially be Monica. Maybe it could be Sayori too, but this sounds a little more like Monica. I've been meaning to start my talking to people more. I already read that. More than that, this girl seems to actually want to be friends with me. I suppose I can give it a try. She leans over, placing her hand on my shoulder. Thank you. This means a lot to me. She stands up, waving at someone waiting by the library door. A girl with long brown hair begins. It was Sayori talking. Okay. Excuse me. A girl with long brown hair begins walking over, adjusting a uniform and straightening her hair. My name's Sayori, by the way. Yep, there it is. Yuri. Her never-ending smile shines warmly. Well, Yuri, welcome to Literature Club. His perspective. Now it's a jukebox version of Oh Hey You Sayori. That's even more fucked up. Sayori, open the door. Just a second. My fingers ache as I continue holding the heavy box, the cardboard cutting into my hands. Oh, please, take your time. Oh, nice little, picture of leaves here. It used to be a calendar, but now it's leaves. Finally. I carefully set down the heavy box, squeezing my fingers to try and return the blood flow. Is that the last one? I shake my head, leaning back against the wall. Your friend is grabbing the last few now. What was in that one anyway? Excitedly grabbing a nearby pair of scissors, she cuts the tape off the box, revealing a set of books! I have never seen you read a book in your life. Well, it's never too late to start. Sayori's new friend walks in, carrying a tiny box under her arm. You know, Sayori, if you're interested in reading more, you can always borrow some of my books. Thanks, Monica, but I have way too many that I haven't read yet. I glanced at the box of novels. I guess they were anywhere from 10 to 15 in there. How many of these do you still need to read? All of them? Sayori, it's not my fault. It's hard to start reading. What if you had something to motivate you? A reason to read more often. Would that help you get started? Did you have something in mind, Monica? She seems to grow embarrassed, avoiding my gaze. Just an idea right now. Don't worry about it. I'll go get the last box. She walks down the stairs, her rapid footsteps quickly fading away. Well, she's a bit of an odd character. Then again, so am I. She seems like a good friend at least. Sayori says nothing. She's just standing there. Sayori! I try clapping in front of her face. Sayori! Sorry, I've been spacing out a lot recently. Are you alright? Well, I'm gonna miss you, Devin. I know, but it's only 6 months. I'll be joining you soon enough. Are you sure you won't move now? I'm sure the school would accept. I can't, Sayori. I have unfinished business back home. 6 months is a long time. It'll be over before you know it. Until then, I'm sure you'll make a bunch of amazing friends here. They won't be you, Devin. And for that, Sayori, you should be very grateful. She forces a weak smile as they place my hand on her shoulder. Promise me you'll call? I promise. I won't. It's just like the mother. You promise you'll call? I will. I won't. Pinky promise. I can't stop the smile from spreading across my face. I pinky promise. Devin, we're not going to grow apart, are we? Why is it going dimmer? Why? Why is it going dimmer? Of course not, Sayori. We always stay friends. That makes me happy. You're my best friend, Devin. Okay, and now it's black. I don't know what I'd do if I lost you. Oh. Well, don't have those thoughts. Ooh, I know this song. I know this song. I mean, I don't know the name of it, but I know this song. This was actually in Doki Doki New Eyes, another Yuri mod. It was like a Yuri POV mod. My eyes slowly drift open to the sound of my phone, a single message displayed on the screen. Your driver will be arriving in 20 minutes. I can barely focus as Rima Sayori still fills my mind. It's been nearly 6 months since I've seen her. 6 months since she's left for that new school. I hope she's doing well. Maybe I should call her. Don't be stupid. She's probably forgotten about me. After all, I forgot about her. I told you would! Throwing off my blanket covers, I groggily get up, mentally preparing myself for the trials of the day. It's a new start. Everything changes today. Holy shit, is that the fucking FBI? Holy fuck, that was loud. As I can hear the forceful knocks of my father, again capitalized, banging on my door. That makes more sense. Make sure you have everything packed. The last boxes are going in. My father's voice was the last thing I wanted to hear right now. Though the thought of never hearing it again does cheer me up a little. I go to pack the last of my stuff, feeling a rush of nostalgia as I go about my old room. Luckily, most of my things are packed the night before. It's just a few small personal items left. Going over to my desk, I quickly grab my phone charger, old notebooks, and... Damn it. Forgot about you. Hiding under a sheaf of papers and books is my old knife. I stare, entrapped by its violet tint and intricate handle design. Just looking at it sparks a flaring sting in my forearm that I had forgotten the feeling of. I look at my final box of belongings. There's still room. No. I'm past that point in my life now. I can... No. Creative. Take it. Shut up. Dad says you need to come down for breakfast. Right. My little sister pauses in surprise. You okay? I'm fine. Okay. I wait for the sounds of her footsteps to disappear. The knife lays teasingly on my desk. Should I take it? Well, I mean, shit, my fucking thoughts told me to, so why not? I pick it up, feeling the cold metallic handle against my skin. I did save it, though, in case that maybe that wasn't such a good idea. And this is already looking like instant regret. Doing so causes a painful pulsing itch to spread throughout my forearm. Maybe just one more, for old time's sake. I hold the blade up against my skin, feeling the vein prick into the sharpened metal. No! Quickly throwing the knife down, I seal it inside the last box. Never again, I promised. I can't wait to, I feel that, MC. I can't wait to get out of here. Grabbing the last box, I make my way downstairs for breakfast. Beep, beep! Devin, your driver's here. Wow, we have a fucking chauffeur now? I thought maybe Dad would drive me. Quickly scooping the last of my breakfast into the bin. That's fucked up. Why would you ever waste food like that? I snatched my bag from the nearby chair it was hanging off. I can barely contain my excitement. Can you not do that every fucking time? Finally, I can... Aren't you forgetting something? Right. I turn back to face my family. Farewell. I hurriedly turn my back to them. That's it? Damn it. I slowly walk over to my sister, her arms outstretched. What is it? You can't leave us without a proper goodbye. I'd leave my father in a heartbeat, but... You're right, I can't just leave you like that, sis. I crouch down, wrapping my arms around her. I can hear her silently sniffing over my shoulder. Damn it. Oh, sniffling, I'm sorry. Damn it, please don't cry. Stop, you know I hate it when you do that. She struggles to speak between sobs. Maybe that's why I'm doing it, silly. She pulls away, lightly punching my shoulder before wiping her eyes. Normally I'd hate smiling in front of people, but she deserves a small one at least. Wipe that stupid grin off your face. You're being sappy enough as it is. I'm gonna beat the fuck out of this guy. Seriously, I'm saying goodbye to my... I suddenly freeze in shock. My father is smiling. He takes a step closer to me. I instinctively tense up, preparing myself, but he just places a hand on my shoulder. I'm proud of you, son. You'll do great. Was that all just a fucking joke? Because I was legit about to turn around and punch the fucker. What? Oh, stop it, Dad. You're making it really hard to hate you right now. We stand there for a few seconds, neither of us knowing what to say. Dad and I have never been the best at talking. Pretending to be nice isn't helping either. And we are pretending. He suddenly speaks up. You know, new school, it's a great way to meet girls. I'm good, thanks. I never understood why people take such interest in the opposite sex. It's something my dad has talked to me about many times, but I never really paid attention. I've never really found a girl who interests me. Even if I did, I wouldn't want to share my life with them. I'll live my life alone, and I'm fine with that. Slowly, the smile drops from his face, his usual cold demeanor returning. Well, stop standing around, boy. Time is money. There's the father I'm used to. What about my boxes? We'll pack the moving truck when it gets here. Thanks, sis. I turn back to the doorway, making sure to stand there just long enough to piss my father off. Then, shielding my eyes from the sun, I take the first few steps toward my new life. Later that afternoon, my eyes slowly flutter open. Was I asleep? I look around, trying to get my bearings. I mean, if my bra was stuffed as much as hers, I'd probably get sleepy too. What? Most of the classes... Is that Mio? Most of the class is leaving, but 2 girls remain watching me. I don't know who the frick that chick is, but isn't that fucking Mio? Isn't she supposed to be the good guy or, like, somewhat nice? Echo and Barrow, welcome to the stream. Hi, how you doing? We're playing This Bond We Share. It's a DDLC mod named by my good buddy, Ryan's, and his other friend, Illy Rose. Most of the class is leaving, but 2 girls remain watching me. Have a nice nap, freak? Leela? Is that Leela? Be careful, you know that she brings us nights to school, right? Leela, Mio! I was right, it is Mio! I don't know where to start. What do you mean I don't know where to start? Like, do you mean like in the stream? Or do you mean, like talking about the mod? I'm confused. Leela and Mio, not again. Mio's supposed to be the good person. I keep my head down, willing myself invisible. Stream. Oh, if you haven't seen like the openings and stuff, it might be better to actually watch through the beginning, because otherwise it'd be confusing as to where the main character's point of view is, as well as even Yuri's, you know, if you don't actually, and if you haven't played the original main game, Doki Doki Literature Club, it might be a little bit better to play that first anyway, because then you get an idea of what their actual personalities are like. It is very recommended before you play a mod, you play the actual main game. Just get through it. They'll leave eventually. What's she muttering about now? How should I know? Probably some mantra she learned back in her cult or something. Mio, you're supposed to be the good person in the game. Every other time you're nice. I only know the mod. I'm just watching. Oh, okay. Wait, maybe it's a spell to turn us into pigs. Oh, I don't need a spell for that. For a brief moment, a small smile lights my face while the pair exchange confused glances. Why is she all scared looking? What is that? That's the weirdest face you could make after saying that. My internal celebration is interrupted by the growl that rolls out of Leela's throat as she realizes my joke. My eyes flinch shut as the desk in front of me is sent toppling to the floor. The 2 girls shove past me, heading out of the room. We're gonna get her for this, right? Absolutely. She's in for it now. Thank goodness. I slowly opened my eyes, glad to be rid of them. All things considered, they weren't too bad today. I looked down at the mess covering the floor. Pencils pouring out of their case, a workbook filled with anything but work, and a novel hidden under it all. At least they didn't take you today. Classes would be awfully boring without you. I have a sneaking suspicion that the teacher knows about my reading in class, but just doesn't care. It's been a long time since I did any proper study. It's not my fault. My mind just wanders. That means it's your fault, because that's your mind. It's your mind you have to worry about. My Zoom class is about to start. Okay. Well, I appreciate being here for the time that you were here, but I definitely understand where class comes into play, because it's obvious. I don't usually tend to stream on weekdays, but I do because of my schedule. But if you have to attend a class, you know, right now, I totally understand. But for the most part, thanks for attending. If you for as much as you did. The class barely begins before I start losing myself to my own imagination, dreaming up a world far away from here, a world where I can do as I please. A world that was my fault, I pressed the button. A world where I can forge my own destiny. A world where I can be happy. I'm broken out of my trance by students walking outside of the window I was so intently gazing at. I quickly check the clock, sure I don't have another class. I'm in 6th grade. And you're in a Zoom call? Well, I mean, I guess it's not technically closed off to just, you know, like high school and college, but yeah, it must suck, honestly, even just, you know, starting middle school, or depending on how you do it anyway. Definitely, it's a new concept to do Zoom classes and stuff, and especially for a 6th grader, it's definitely a little bit more challenging because it's not something you're used to, especially, you know, like the learning situation. Because I'm in college, and I find myself a lot harder to retain information and actually know what's going on when I'm just looking at a screen for, you know, an hour and a half. It's like, really? It's not fun. I hate it just as much as you do. It sucks. Yeah, it does. I quickly check the clock to sure I don't have another class. Wait a minute. It's time for the club. I hurriedly pack away my pens and books, setting the desk right as I gather the last of my notebooks. Quickly glancing at the poems in my notebook, I see that all the recent ones cover the same topic. Love, soulmates, and him. I need to get a grip. You think I was obsessed. Slinging my bag over my shoulder, I begin walking through the halls. As I go to turn the door handle, I hear a noise coming. Okay. I hear a noise coming from the inside of the room. I can make the sounds of Sayori and Natsuki talking, though Natsuki seems to be pretty heated. I take a few deep breaths, opening the door slightly, peek inside. Opens the door. Manga's literature! Not happening, Sayori. Come on, Natsuki, we need more. Oh, you know what? They're inviting Natsuki right now. The door. I didn't get to fucking read it again. Come on, Natsuki, we need more members. And the doorknob slips out of my hands, allowing the door to slowly creak open, revealing my figure standing in the doorway. They don't say anything for a few seconds. Oh, God. Please don't think I was eavesdropping. Yuri, there you are. Can you please talk some sense into Sayori? Why does all the attention have to be on me? About what? Sayori begins to speak, but Natsuki beats her to it. Sayori seems to think that getting some boy to join the club is a good idea. A boy? He's not just some boy, Natsuki. Devin's my best friend. Well, how come we've never heard of him till now? Well, we kind of stopped talking. But I swear, Devin's a good guy. They keep arguing in circles. I look around the room for Monica, but she isn't here. Maybe I should say something. The two stop to stare at me. Natsuki's always yelling, right? Oh my God. I mean, well, that's kind of her nature, though. She likes to kind of stand her ground. My class. Your class started? I think another member would be nice, even if it is a boy. You might even be the one I'm meant to meet. Stop being stupid. I can't go around suspecting every guy of being the one. Even still, I wonder what he's like. Yuri? What? So you're really okay with this random guy joining the club? Oh, come on, Natsuki. You know the club needs more members. Fucking God. Besides, you like the last guy who joined the club. Oh yeah, you really liked him. We were just friends. Close friends. As Sayori and Natsuki continue to go back and forth, Monica walks over to me. You okay? A soft smile crosses my face. Ever since Monica found out about my trouble with social situations, she does her best to check up on me. No doubt she saw that I was nervous and started teasing Natsuki to take the situation off of me. I'm fine, thank you. I've grown used to Natsuki over the years. I am subscribed. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm fine, thank you. I'm grown used to Natsuki over the years. I wasn't talking about that. Oh? You seem distracted, even more than so than usual. Oh, that. I know why I seem distracted. I keep thinking about last night. I keep remembering what my mother told me. I keep thinking about this boy whose destiny is supposedly linked with mine. Can something like that even be real? Or is it just a blind hope that someone out there could possibly love me? I want to tell Monica everything. Spit it all and hear what she has to say. Maybe that's what I'm meant to do. But how can I possibly explain something like that this to her? She would just laugh at me, call me crazy. Only one other person can understand. But he's not here right now. Yuri? I'm fine. I didn't get to read that! It was my own fault, but I didn't get to read that! Where are we? Oh, we're home now. The front door opens, revealing my new living room. Oh, it's my perspective. I'm fine, thank you for asking. That's what it said. Your destiny awaits. The front door opens, revealing my new living room. Seems nice enough, at least. I make a quick sweep of the interior. No one here. I didn't expect there to be, but years of living with my father has taught me to always be on guard. So are we living alone now? Is that what's going on here? Are we genuinely like living in our own house? Or are we actually living with somebody? Because like we went away and we are obviously not seeing our mother or father or sister anymore. Are we legit like in what? Like practically high school, 18 years old in high school? And now we're living on our own? That just doesn't seem right to me. Old habits die hard, but they're not the only ones. I quietly move into the kitchen, placing my small bag onto the countertop. A single sheet of paper falls to the ground, thrown off by the bench in my bag. I pick it up, reading the name and who's it's addressed to. Address to the new guy. Hey, new guy! Looks like you messed up your application. Don't worry, it's nothing major. In the part on clubs, you put not necessary. Look, man. I get it. That's time where you could be doing better stuff, but clubs are mandatory, my dude. There should be a list of clubs in the envelope. You should just gotta pick one and join it. Super easy. I know you're just getting settled in, but so I pulled some strings for you. You have a week to decide on your club. Anyways, catch you later, man. You're gonna have fun here. Head boy, Jordan M. Jordan, my dude. True to form, there's a second paper in the envelope with a list of every club. It's 3 pages long. That sucks. I throw the paper on the bench top. I'll get to that later. I quickly check the clock. 5:12 p.m. I have roughly 30 minutes until the moving truck gets here with my stuff. Enough time for a run. My legs needed after sitting in the cab for so long. I walk towards the door, quickly putting my shoes on. Oh, bright light. I need to get a look at the city while I'm out. Is there more clubs? Oh yeah, there's plenty of them. I mean, according to him, it's 3 pages long. You got the anime club, you got the napping club. I don't know every single one of them off the top of my head, but I know that the school has an anime club, and I know the school, or at least I think the school should have a napping club. It doesn't actually have a napping club. It'll be awesome if there was. I need to get a good look at the city while I'm out. If I remember correctly, there was a hill with a decent view on the way here. Quickly remembering its general location, there's a debate club. I begin running. I increase my pace as quickly as possible. A horde of people go blurring past. Students on their way home, judging by their uniforms. A few give me weird looks as I run past, but I ignore them. Yes, yes, yes. Please give me a napping club. If there was actually a napping club of some sorts in school, I would so be a part of it. Off to the left is a track that leads away. I'd have to be separated, though, because I snore like a motherfucker. Off to the left is a track that leads away from the houses, heading into a heavily forested area. It legit looks like an actual picture was taken, and it was just photoshopped to make it look interesting. Judging by the sun, it looks like the path heads in the direction of the hill. Picking up my pace again, I start to dash through the trees, dodging plants and underbrush as I go. I veer around the corner of the trail and slowly lessen my pace. Off the track seems to span an endless forest. Leaves flutter in the light wind carrying the scent and the sounds of the forest with it. It amazes me that places like this are now so close to my house. Bro, this cool. It is. It's very cool. Looking further down the path, it appears to stretch in the wind. I love the constant like western guitar sound in the background too. Looking further down the path, it appears to stretch in the wind continuously. I quicken my pace again, and burst forward, sprinting down the trail. Yeah, these all legit looks like actual pictures taken and just photoshopped to look like some sort of like actual like kind of paint work. Like a kind of an oil paint type of thing. Watercolored maybe. I spring out from the trees, suddenly coming to a halt. I quickly investigate the area around me. A stone path seems to wind up around a large land formation. Taking a small second to regain my breath, I take the first steps up the stone pathway. Now where do you lead? I follow the pathway as it leads up and around. If this is the hill, it's much higher than I thought it was. Suddenly the trees and bushes appear more sparingly, revealing the nearby scenery. The heavy wind forces me to press my back against the stone wall behind me. I am much higher than I thought. Beyond the edge of the hillside, small parts of the nearby landscape can be seen. The footing looks off, but I need to see this view properly. Gripping tightly to the rock face with one hand, I slowly move the edge of the path. A few stones feel loose in the ground. I carefully feel them with my foot for a solid patch of dirt. Edgar, welcome to the stream. How you doing, man? We're playing This Bond We Share. Do you hear Nirvana? Do you mean hear like as in the ear here? Because that's spelled Hear. But if you're talking about like Nirvana, like in like the heavens or something like that, then that's practically what's going on here. It's like you're so close to the sky that the song Nirvana. I know Nirvana is a group. I don't know of a song named Nirvana. A band. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. No, I've heard of the band Nirvana. If you're talking about in the sense of the mod, I mean, I don't get it, but I myself have heard of Nirvana. A few stones feel loose on the ground. I carefully feel with my foot for a solid patch of dirt. Once I found it, I plant my foot firmly on the ground, slowly moving my body towards the edge. Peering over the cliffside, I gaze out at the view. Wow, the view is so good, it's almost as if it's not the same artwork. And I also notice a little bit of a flaw here. You can see another part of you can see what looks to be like a repeat of the picture. Like if you took that and put it on the other side of the picture, it would fit. But it don't quite fit on the opposite side. You can see the whole city from here. 6 months. 6 months I've been waiting for this. It feels so surreal, like I'm dreaming. I calmly breathe in the fresh mountainous air, taking a moment to relax and enjoy the moment. Wait. Yeah, that's a little bit that's a little bit redundant because you're saying taking a moment to relax and enjoy the moment. You're saying moment twice in one sentence, so it's a little bit redundant and it's a bit repetitive. Someone's behind me. I stretch my arms up inside, pretending to act relaxed. In doing so, I have my arms raised, ready to strike at a moment's notice. They've stopped. I can just barely hear the soft sounds of their breath. Sounds like they're trying to muffle it. Behind a bush, off to the left. They don't know that they've been spotted, otherwise they would have attacked already. I still have the upper hand. The bush is close. I subtly move my foot to face the direction of the point. Is it Yuri? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's Yuri. Because you know what? Yuri feels like the kind of person that would come up here to relax the same as Devin. Quiet, subtle footsteps can be heard behind it. They're moving. I need to act fast. 3, 2, 1. I burst through the bush, facing the threat. This threat being some random jogger whom I've scared half to death. I go to say something, but she's already running off. I don't really blame her. I honestly can't believe myself right now. I don't know if it's Yuri or not. It didn't really describe it. You just prepared to fend off a full-scale ambush. Who would go out of their way to ambush some ordinary school kid? Well, I'm anything but ordinary. Still, I really need to calm down. I'm acting too much like my father. I keep acting like everyone I meet is an enemy. Like at any moment, my life could be in danger. I can't help it. That's how he trained me to be. This far away, and he's still manipulating me. I hate it. I hate him. But I really am my father's son. But not anymore. Not anymore. I will be my own man. No one will have control over my life except for me. No more living in the past. That's all behind me now. I pause, looking out at the vast, sprawling city laid before me. Everything starts here. I calmly walk back into the forest, no longer running. I take my time to look around and enjoy the scenery. It really is beautiful at this time of day. My footsteps echo around the silent, empty streets. These houses were built for the school. Normally they're for exchange students or important guests, but at this time of year they're fairly empty. Out of the 20 homes, only 3 are being lived in, including mine. My gaze passes silently over my house. Odd. Someone is standing outside the door, trying to peer through the window. Something's off. The moving people should have left ages ago. I start walking more carefully, silencing my footsteps. Is it Sayori? Better to know what this person wants before engaging. If they're a friendly neighbor, then I'd rather avoid them. And if there's someone else, well, then I'll be glad to have a surprise on my side. I crouch down behind the corner of my fence. The person has moved outside the gate and begun talking to themselves. I knew it was too much to hope for. That I might get to see him. Ugh, great. Now I'm whining to myself. Wait a minute. Sayori? Devin? Oh my god, Devin! She suddenly rushes towards me, smothering me in a massive hug. You're finally here! Nope, I didn't think it was Yuri because Yuri doesn't know who I am yet. Yuri would not have known where I lived because she doesn't even know who I am. You're finally here! I can feel her slightly shaking as she grips onto me. It's good to see you again, Sayori. She grips even tighter. You too, you idiot. An entire monologue about how you wouldn't be like your father anymore. Hi, Sean. Welcome to the stream. We're playing a very interesting DDLC mod called This Bond We Share. It is by my good friend Ryonix and his good friend, I think girlfriend actually, as well, Illy Rose. Then you go to plan a sneak attack on your childhood friend. Good job. Sayori begrudgingly moves away as if I'll disappear if she lets go. So you're here for good? I am, until school ends at the very least. I can't believe it. An awkward silence grows between us. I remember Sayori and I used to talk for hours on end. How you doing, Devin? I'm doing pretty good. I'm tired as a motherfucker, but I'm doing pretty good. But that was a long time ago. Damn it, I never have been good at talking to people. I thought at the very least I could talk to Sayori, still talk to Sayori. So you just moved in, right? That I did. I should probably give you some more space then. I'm sure you have a lot to do. That I do. But it was good to see you again, Sayori. You too. Sayori walks down off the street a lot less energetically than she used to. That's probably my fault. 6 months she's been waiting for me, and I go to ruin everything on the first day. Oh well, at least I got it out of the way. It won't stop skipping on me. It won't be hard to avoid her at school, and I can just. Sayori suddenly turns around, waving her with a large smile on her face. She then turns around and walks into the house right next to mine. Great. There goes that plan. Whatever. I doubt I'll see Sayori that much anyway. I feel. What up, bro? That's okay. You're talking to Sean. I feel you. With being tired, Tim caught me half asleep on the Xbox and did a few games of Overwatch. Sup, Umbreon? Whatever, I doubt I'll see Sayori that much anyway. I walk towards my front door, contemplating these past few hours. I can already tell that I'm not going to enjoy this new school. At least I don't have to stay here forever. After what feels like an eternity, I've made it home. Falling to the couch, I simply lay there, staring at the ceiling. Today should have been a normal day. No, it is Echo on. I'm so confused as to what's going on in the chat right now. Today should have been a normal day. Today was a normal day. I hate feeling like this. Like my life is falling apart. Is it because of last night? Because I wasn't strong enough to ask my friends for help? Or just because I had to endure another day without him? Why do I have to be so weak? Look at me. I'm on the verge of breaking down just because of him. Just because I've made up this imaginary soulmate in my head. And just because he isn't here. Please, just let this end. Just let this loneliness end. I need to stop this. I need to get out of here. Get my mind off everything. Oops, sorry. A Discord DM came in on my phone, and I had Umbreon, and I looked on the chat. Oh, okay. So just a little bit of a confusion for you guys. It's okay. It okay. With as much motivation as I can manage, I walk over to the front door. Before I can change my mind, I quickly exit the house. It's not enough. I just want to get away from here. I pick a random direction down the street. It'll mean running in my school uniform, but I'm okay with that. I just need to go. I start running. I run, and I don't look back. Running like this, I feel like I'm leaving my problems behind. Like I'm leaving the world behind. There's nothing left. Nothing to worry about, except the empty path in front of me. I follow the random road that leads out of the main streets. I start moving faster. 2 days ago was my birthday. Happy belated birthday, ma'am. I start moving faster. The wind blowing through my hair. The world moving in a blur. It's the best I've felt in a long time. I start to smile. The smile turning into a grin. The grin growing even larger. I start laughing, shouting in joy. I must look so strange, but I don't care. That's right. I don't care right now. For this moment, I have nothing to worry about. I can just feel happy. I can just feel... Did I read that already? Is that just a... No, okay, I already read that already. I slow to a walking pace, giving me the chance to regain my breath. For anybody who's confused, this is actually Yuri's point of view for what just happened with MC. She is... Now that tells me that she was indeed the one who ran off. I slowly to a walking pace, giving me the chance to regain my breath. I may have pushed myself a little too much, but I think it was worth it. I feel so free of stress. The forest looks so beautiful, so inspiring. As I turn the corner, I begin to hear another person walking along the track. Wait, who could that be? I didn't see a single other person on the way here. Then it hits me. No one else was here because this must be a private reserve. This person must be the owner or an official. Damn it, Yuri, pay more attention. I quickly spring my hands up to cover my mouth. My breath is coming heavy now. I pause, waiting for someone to yell or to tell me off. Nothing. Okay. I don't remember when I started running, but I need to go. I need to get home. I do not feel safe here. By the time I arrive home, night has fallen. Another afternoon wasted. I fall to the couch again, much like I did last night. It just keeps repeating, doesn't it? I get up, have a terrible day, go home, and hope for something to change tomorrow. Every day, on an endless loop. Like a vinyl on a record player. Able to create such beautiful music, but all it does is loop. Constantly returning to where it has always been. Until the song ends, and the music stops. God, that was terrible. Normally I can draw inspiration from feelings like these. Normally I can write poems or short stories to help visualize these emotions. But today, the words escape me. All I can do is wait for tomorrow. And hope that I feel better then. Sometimes I wonder why I'm still here. Why am I still doing this? Just waiting. Waiting for something to happen. Waiting for my life to change. Waiting for him to enter my life. I wish he were here. Then I wouldn't feel so alone. A familiar burning sensation slowly blooms throughout my arm. I think I deserve it. Just for tonight. Just this once. No, don't do it! Don't freaking do it! I quickly stand up, rolling my sleeves as I walk into the bed. Don't do it! I'm in class. Oh, very, very interesting. Why are you here if you're in class? I shouldn't be the reason that you're not learning. I mean, if you can multitask, that's fine. I'm not gonna tell you off or anything. But I just find it really funny that you're in my chat while also in class. I'll watch the rest later. I have to edit the Smash video for Magic Monster Poop. Okay, that's fine. Well, in that case, Sean, take care. All right. A few nights ago, I locked the bulk of my knives away to try to help me resist. It worked for a while, at least. Walking over to my private cabinet, I draw the keys from my pocket. Inserting the key, I begin turning the lock. Maybe I shouldn't. I haven't needed to for days. My class is easy. Oh, that's fine then. Thanks, and good luck with the stream. Thanks, ma'am. It's the main reason I locked my knives in this cabinet, because I don't like opening it. It's where I keep my past. The parts of it I'd rather forget. The parts that are just too painful to live with, so I lock them away. The burning on my arm grows even stronger. I need this, just for tonight. Just grab the knife, and we never have to look in there again. Well, here goes nothing. Opening the cabinet with one hand, I close my eyes, timidly reaching inside. I think the knife is near the back by the... Wait. There's a book in here. There's a portrait of Markov? I pull it out, reading the cover. The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien? Is that how you pronounce it? Dad's favorite book. Why is this here? I take a seat on my bed, laying the book on my lap. I remember on nights like these, Dad would read this to me, describing the scenery and otherworldly places in beautiful detail. I remember he even wrote me into the story somewhat, letting me join in the adventure. As he saw me falling asleep, he'd carefully close the book, ruffle my hair softly, and say, "One day, Yuri, you'll go adventures like this too. You'll see the world in all its glory." I always thought it would be my destiny to adventure all around the world, but raising you has been the most amazing adventure I could ever hope for. I love you, Yuri. Ah! The book dropped out of my hands, crumbling onto the floor. I hurriedly pick it up, desperately checking for any creases or folds. Please. Phew. No damage. Yuri, you are so lucky. You know, maybe I should give this one another read. It's been years since I went through it. Plus, it should help take my mind off things. I turn to the first page, seeing an inscription written under the title. Happy birthday to my dearest Yuri. Wow, I can't believe it. 6 years old already? It's absolutely flown by, but you know what they say. Time flies when your daughter is as wonderful as you are. I have to say, I wasn't quite sure what to get you this year, but I doubt it would compare to any of your mother's amazing presents. But I think I found something. You may have inherited your beauty and kind soul from your mother, but you got my love of reading and writing. I know I read far too slowly for you, so I thought that maybe we should start giving you your own books to read, starting with my favorite. This very same book my old man gave to me, so I want you to take very good care of it. Though I know you will. One last thing. Always remember, Yuri, you are a very special girl. You will grow to be an amazing woman who does amazing things. Go travel the world, visit the most beautiful places, see wonders people can only dream of. Then, if you have the time, bring something back for your old man. Love forever and always, your dad. P.S. You should read this to her. What did that say? To Hero? Does that say Hero? I think you'd enjoy it. Your voices will never be as silly as mine, though. I feel a single tear slide down my cheek. Dad. I quickly wiped the tear off my face. He wouldn't want me to be crying like this, but something's off. The last line. Who is it talking about? Hero? The name sounds so familiar, but I can't remember who it is. I begin pacing my room. Hero. Yuri dad is nice, man. Oh my god, seriously. In comparison to MC's dad, I would love to have Yuri's dad as a dad. Hero. Who? That's right. Hero was my imaginary friend when I was young. God, I haven't thought about him in a while. Hi, like, sitting right next to him. Hero dad. I remember now, all those years ago, before it all started, before it all went wrong. Oh, fuck. That one took a deep turn. I was happy. We were happy. 10 seconds. My 6-year-old feet carry me into the trees. I need to hide, quick. 5 seconds. He's coming, hurry. I managed to find a large tree to hide behind. Slowly, I peek my head out from behind it. Ready or not, here I come. I have friends in my head, too. I used to have and I was a young kid back then. I was probably like not even in the double digits yet, but I had an imaginary friend. I called him Tyler. He was an imaginary friend I legit took with me everywhere as a kid. And it may sound depressing, but it's what I did. And it wasn't because I was sad or anything. And it wasn't because I was lonely or anything. I just thought it'd be cool to have a fucking imaginary friend. I'm like, fuck it, everybody else is doing it. So I had an imaginary friend. Oh my god. Those were the days. They are my emotions. That's kind of depressing. I suddenly took behind the tree again. But yeah, I know where you're coming from then, though. He's coming. But I mean, sometimes it's good just to, talk to yourself every now and then. It kind of gives you a good insight of who you, like, you can talk to yourself and figure out who you are as a person and stuff like that. They control me. That's getting even more dark. Now, where could you be hiding? Over. Dad quickly dashes past a nearby bush. Here. Never mind. Unless... His footsteps stop just in front of my tree. I quickly cover my mouth to stop my giggling. Well, if she's not here... Phew. Gotcha! Ah! I quickly run off before he can catch me. He chases after me, his arms outstretched and a massive smile on his face. Come here, you! My giggles sound throughout the trees as I keep running. No, you're an ugly monster. Ugly monster? That's it. He starts running faster, gradually catching up to me. Help, there's a vicious beast after me. Wait, who's that? My dad makes a scared face, pointing off in the distance. Hero, get him! No, you can't. Dad starts slowly walking backwards, making his best scared face. I run up, trying to tackle him to the ground. Here! Surrender, Dad! Surrender? Never! Suddenly, Dad wraps me in a big hug. Hud? Got you now! Alright, you win. Now let go. He begrudgingly lets go, ruffling my hair slightly. Suddenly, he plucks a bright red flower from the ground and places it in my hair. Just when I thought you could never get cuter. I feel my cheeks go red. Trying to hide it, I bury my head into Dad's chest. He simply holds me close, rubbing my back gently. Am I interrupting? Mom! I burst from my father's grip, running to hug her. You made it! Of course. Can't let your father have all the fun now, can I? Well, next time, why don't you join us? Well, how about I join you now? Leading you by the hand, Mom walks over to sit next to Dad on the forest floor. They make a space for me to sit between them, so I sit down, stopping to gaze at the beautiful scenery. I'm happy. Is Dad here? Mom closes the front door behind her, avoiding my gaze. Where's Dad? You know where he is, Yuri. Is he coming home? Mom drops her stuff onto the ground, staring vacantly at me. No. No, he's not. Why? Why can't he come home? Yuri, calm down. Why? Why won't the doctors let him go? Why can't he come home? Why can't Yuri just shut up? I'm trying to... Then I saw something that I hoped to never see again. I saw my mom cry. She hurriedly grabs onto me, struggling to stay upright as she begins to cry uncontrollably. I don't know why, Yuri. I don't want him to go either. I don't want to lose him. But more than that, I don't want to lose you too. Mom is gripping tight right now, scared to let go of me. Is it cancer? Because cancer can sometimes run in the family. So that could be what she means by don't want to lose her too. I'm confused. I'm a little bit confused. I know obviously why he's in the hospital. He's probably gonna die, or if not, he's already dead. But for the most part, I wonder how that is. Mama's gripping tight now, scared to let go of me. Please, don't you leave me too. Mom? I shakily wrap my arms around her back. I promise, Mom, I'll never leave, I swear. Mom? Dad? Dad! Oh God, Dad. I sleepily take in my surroundings. My head is pounding and I never changed out of my uniform last night. I'm a mess. Checking the clock, it appears I woke up for far too early. Gives me enough time to pull myself together at least. I slowly stand up, stretching my arms above my head. My father's book lay open on my bed. I remember now why I locked you away. I almost returned it to the closet before stopping myself. My father loved this book. He gave it to me, and trusted me to take care of it. He wouldn't want me just to lock it away. My uncle died 5 months ago. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm very sorry for your loss. I can deal with the painful memories. It would make Dad proud. That's what I tell myself anyway. I place the book in my bag. It's an enjoyable read at least. I begin removing yesterday's clothes as I make my way towards the bathroom. I briefly look at myself in the mirror. Tear stains on my face, eyes are bloodshot, hair is in a mess. Great job, Yuri. Your soulmate's gonna go crazy over you. If anyone could bear to love someone as broken as me. Now it's our point of view. What does that say? 11:33? Okay, we have a little bit of time left. I'm curled up on the floor, covering my stomach. I need to move, but it hurts so much, and I think I might be sick. Ah! Did I get fucking kicked? Holy shit! Yeah, abusive motherfucker! Get up. I can't. Yes, you can. Now get up. Oh my fucking god. Holy shit. I force my aching body to slowly inch its way up. That's fucked up. Ow! Faster. I quickly dropped to the floor again, sending Dad's kick into the wooden door behind me. Slowly rising, I raise my hands in a defensive position in front of my face. A stream of blood pours into my eye from a cut above my forehead. The liquid of my eye stings and burns, but I try to ignore it, just trying desperately not to cry in front of him. Slow? Come on, then. Make your move. I don't want to fight him, but he'll hurt me if I don't. I need to attack soon. 3, 2, 1, now! I dash forward, ducking and okay, I didn't get to read that either. Ducking, dodging, preparing my pun. Ugh. Everything's going dark. No, if I black out, I can't see Mom. Just think. Okay, my stomach hurts. I think I'm bleeding, and is that? Ugh. Broken bone. I feel something wet drip down my face. Tears or blood? Both, I think. Are you crying over that? Men don't cry. I struggle to speak between various hacks and coughs. I'm not a man. 6 years old is a man in my books. Now act like one. Honestly, crying over some spilt blood. This world will chew you up and spit you out, boy. I hate you. Then why don't you do something about it? I raise myself up unsteadily, painfully wiping the blood off my face. Can I please see Mom? 2 hours. Then she can patch you up. Please don't hurt me. Try and stop me. Father. I slowly raise myself from my bed, sitting there for a minute. Just get to school, act normal, and then go home. Simple. I tiredly stand up. That man evil, he's a motherfucking asshole. 6 years old, he's beating his fucking kid just to protect him, or just to quote-unquote protect him from the world. I tiredly stand up, preparing to get dressed and fed for the day. Got my bag, uniform fits. What's missing? Lunch. Sliding my lunch into my bag, I notice a set of papers on the bench. Right, the clubs. I begin reading through the list as I make my way outside. Something to do during the walk, I guess. Name of the clubs look very enticing. Or none of these clubs. Boxing, wrestling, kendo, combat sports. Hey, kendo sounds pretty fucking cool. I'll guarantee you the members are just there to show off. Then the more nuanced clubs, anime, chess, and dance. No thanks. Next, the unofficial clubs. Swimming, literature, and war games. Honestly, what sort of people create clubs like these? Devin, wait up! Sayori? She suddenly starts breathing heavily as she had just run a marathon. You are way too fast. You shouldn't make a girl run, you know. I wasn't aware you'd be following me. Of course I would. You're my friend. Sayori stops talking as she notices my paper in my hands. What's that? Well, her attention span hasn't grown. The look on her face almost makes me smile. I turn around, continuing my walk as Sayori strides alongside me. It's a list of all the clubs in the school. Apparently, I need to join one for some reason. Well, why don't you join my club? Your club? Yeah, I'm the vice president of the literature club. You have got to be kidding me. I'll pass. You sure? Yes. Sitting in the classroom reading all day isn't exactly my cup of tea. But you used to love reading. You used to hate it. But look where we are now. Bye. Alright, man. Have a good one. Have fun in class. I walk ahead of Sayori, trying to end the conversation. It's not just reading. We also write poems and eat cupcakes. Plus, everyone is super nice. You'll love them. I don't love many things, Sayori. Come on, Devin. Just give it a chance, please. I stop walking to look at Sayori. She has a pleading look on her face. It's a look that she used countless times over the years. I can tell that this is a big deal for her. Plus, she's not wrong. I do enjoy reading when I get the chance. Then there's all the club members I'll be meeting. No. But, Sayori, I understand this is a big deal to you, but I have other plans. Wait, you're already joining another club? Not if I can help it. But there's no chance in hell I'm telling Sayori that. Well, in that case, can you promise me something? What is it, Sayori? She takes a second to look at me in the eye before talking. Can we walk home after school together? And to school if I'm on time? What for? So that I know we're still friends. I might just be imagining things, but I feel like we've grown apart already, and it's only been a day. Oh. That's why Sayori's trying so desperately to catch up with me. That's why she wants me to join her club so badly. She was worried we'd stop being friends. And I, like an idiot, I go and almost make that a reality. I always just assumed that isolating myself from Sayori would make her happier. I really am a terrible person. Sure thing, Sayori, just as soon as I join a club. I may be your friend, but I'm not waiting 2 hours after school just to walk home with you. Thank you, Devin. Speaking of friends, Sayori runs off near the school gates, making a beeline for a small group of students. Come meet mine! Great. More people. I walk through the school gates looking for Sayori. The absolute last thing I want to do is talk with her new friends. But they probably think I was just rude if I ignored them. Devin, over here! Sayori waves me over to her group. Everyone, I want you to meet Devin. Is that Amy? And I don't know who that is. Isn't that supposed to be like female MC? Everyone, I want you to meet Devin. Devin, these are my friends. Nicole? Amy? It's fucking Amy. And Taylor. Oh. Taylor kind of looks like the MC from every other freaking game. The three of them mutter their greetings, none of them really knowing what to say. I don't think any of them knew that they would be here today. I would be here today. Eventually, one of them works up the courage to speak. So, you're Devin. We've heard so much about you. That's Nicole, if I'm not mistaken. She definitely seems to be the most confident of the group. Ah, so Sayori's been telling stories about me. Nothing bad. Yeah, trust me, dude. She would not stop gushing about you since we met her. Taylor, stop it! I get the distinct expression that Taylor doesn't want me here. Wonder if that has anything to do with him being the only other guy in the group full of girls. Amy just seems to stand there, staying silent. So, is this the literature club? Oh no, I don't really see them before school. Sayori starts wandering around the courtyard. Actually, I don't know where they go before. Sayori once again stops talking randomly. Sayori? Don't worry, she does that sometimes. Sayori, Amy has cookies. Where? Ah, screw you, Taylor. The whole group starts laughing, apart from Sayori, who is still searching for cookies. I didn't exactly like Taylor lecturing me about my oldest friend, as if I'd never met her. But seeing that interaction made me realize something. Sayori's changed. I might as well have never met her. I'm not the person who knows her best anymore. These people are. Sayori doesn't need me anymore. I silently walk away from the group, hearing their laughs fade into the background. Devin, where are you going? I need to get my timetable from the headmaster. The headmaster? That's not really his job. I shrugged nonchalantly. It was his request. Okay, well, I see you later? I'll let you know. Bye, Sayori. Have a good day, Devin. It was nice meeting you. I raised my fist and acknowledged it before walking into the school building. What do you mean he's gone? I apologize, Devin, but I did mention in the letter that he was on leave. I understand that. But the only reason I'm here is because your psychology expert said he could fix me. And then I hear he's gone for the next 6 months? You couldn't just hold him for another week or two? Do you really think he could diagnose you so quickly? I glare at the short, portly man in front of me. A drop of sweat is trickling down his forehead as his eyes dart around the room. I don't like pressuring him like this. He seems like a nice guy, but I need answers. Look, Devin, it's out of my hands. We are required by law to give him the time off. All I can offer you is free accommodation for the next 6 months. He still wants me to stay here after all this. Wow. It's a start. I pick up my timetable from the desk, quickly stuffing it into my pocket as I walk towards the door. One more thing, Devin. You won't be telling your father about this, will you? Probably the one thing he doesn't need to worry about. Still no reason he has to know that. If my old man needs to hear about it, then he will. If he did, do you think he would take action? I turned my head in order to look at the man in the eyes. Quickly, his eyes start away from my gaze. With everything you know about my father, do you really think he won't? Hanging his head, but he responds quietly. You're right. Stupid question. His hands are shaking. He may be scared of me, but he's terrified of my father. Or at the very least, what my father can do to him in his little school. Look, so long as nothing else goes wrong, then I won't mention it to him, alright? His head shoots up, a bright smile rapidly forming on his face. Oh, thank you, Devin, thank you. Can you stop skipping on me? I promise everything will be perfect. I hold up my hand to stop his stream of comments. See that it is. Yes, of course. Oh boy, this is going to be a long 6 months. Yuri's point of view. Despite how early I woke up, I'm still later than everyone else. No, that's probably due to how exhausted I am. I feel like I haven't slept properly in weeks. Well, I probably haven't. As soon as I speak, a group of students turn to stare at me. I can feel hundreds of eyes boring into my being. Quickly lowering my head, I walk off as inconspicuously as I can. When is he going to see Yuri? Very good question. I actually have no idea. I'm certain that, by the end of today, he might decide to join the literature club. And that's probably where he'll at least meet Yuri, but probably not, get any sort of feelings for her yet. Quickly lowering my head, I walk off as I already read that. Walking into the next courtyard, I find my quiet corner of the school. Looking around, it appears to be completely empty. Thank goodness. Good song. This is another song that, I don't remember what mod it's from, but this was actually in another mod I played. I don't remember what it was. I don't know what, I genuinely need to replay mods that I haven't played in a while, because I genuinely know this is from a mod, another mod, but I don't remember what it's from. Drawing Dad's book out, I place my bag underneath a bench and begin reading. Over here! Sayori? I allow my gaze to travel around the courtyard. Still no one here. I could have sworn. I stand up, placing Dad's book on a nearby bench. Turning around the corner, I look at the mass of students again. It takes me a minute but I manage to spot Sayori. She seems to be talking with her usual group of friends. Suddenly, she stops talking, staring in my direction. Did she spot me? What if she brings her friends over here? I'm not prepared for that many people. Suddenly, Sayori dashes to one of her friends, shouting something incoherent, causing the group of friends to start laughing. Except for one of them. One of the boys just stands there, not even smiling. Wait, I think I recognize him. He seems familiar, at least. I suddenly realize that I've been staring at all of them. Quickly moving back to the bench, I retrieve Dad's old book. I really shouldn't be leaving it alone like this. If it ever got damaged or stolen, it's safe. There's no need to worry. I sit down, allowing myself to be drawn back into the book's world once again. I turn to the page, ready to begin a new chapter, just as something odd hits me. Why is it so quiet? I slowly stand up, searching the courtyard. Still no one here. And, oh my god, stop! And no one's here, so what's... Oh no. I'm late again. I quickly grab my bag and book and running into the school building. Exhaustedly running up through the halls, I find the corridor that leads to my classroom. I come to a sudden stop outside the door, quickly adjusting my hair and uniform. Then, having to force every muscle in my body to do it, I open the door. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Ah, Yuri. Good of you to finally join us. Take a seat. We're just continuing our work from yesterday. Right. I once again feel everyone's eyes boring into me, judging me. This time there's a reason for it. I clutch my father's book to my chest, drawing comfort from the familiar grip. I apprehensively move towards my usual seat. Except someone else is sitting there. A boy, with multiple books out of his desk, staring back at me. He gives me a questioning look. I swear he looks familiar. I suddenly turn away. I really need to stop staring all this time. I find a new seat by myself at the front of the classroom. I can feel the boy's gaze following me. Probably I wondering what's wrong with me. I can't say I blame him. Still, this feels weird. I shake my head to remove these thoughts from my mind. Reaching into my bag, I try feeling for my notebook. It was around... Oh, come on, stop it! It was around me here, next to a knife? I don't understand. I thought I hit them all. I must have forgotten it was in my bag. Still, maybe it's a good idea to have one, just in case. Yuri, are you still with us? Yes, sorry. Leave the knife for now. Everyone will notice anyway. Placing the blade in a separate pocket of my bag, I pull out my notebook and pencils. I look over my timetable again. This school has an odd class system that I'm unfamiliar with. 5 subjects a day, 1-hour classes. Each class is in a different room, taught by a different teacher to a different set of students. It's weird. At least it should be more interesting than having the same students in every class. Speaking of which, the number on the door matches the one on my timetable. English. As I open the door, roughly 5 students and a teacher turn to look at me. No, I know I'm early, but I'm expecting a few more people at least. You must be Devin. I have been called that. This gets a few giggles from the boys in the back, but the teacher smiles. Looks like you'll fit in just fine. Choose a seat. She gestures to many empty desks throughout the classroom. The boys set aside a chair for me to sit among them, but I ignore it. Instead, I choose a seat by the wall. At most, only one other person could sit next to me. One more than I would like. We'll be continuing our work from previous classes today. Do you have your catch-up work? The school was kind enough to provide me with all the information I missed over the past 6 months. More giant stacks of paper. Indeed, I'm essentially caught up. At this point, the majority of students start walking into the classroom. Most find their seats fairly easily, shouting and laughing with their friends. A few look into the seat next to me, but turn away as soon as I look at them. No one wants to sit with the new guy. Fine by me. As the teacher starts handing worksheets out to the class, I open up my notepad. I begin writing and pretending to work. Since there's no one next to me, there's no one to rat me out. The teacher begins droning on and on, but I continue to get absorbed in my writing, spacing out entirely. Good of you to finally join us. I suddenly noticed the not-so-subtle chattering of students have stopped. Looks like a girl was late to class and this occupied their entire attention span. Take a seat. We're just continuing our work from yesterday. Right. The girl almost instinctively moves to the desk I'm sitting at, stopping as she notices me. She seems to stare at me before tightly hugging the book that she holds to her chest, then quickly turns away, moving to a single desk by herself. She quickly sets her bag down and pulls out 2 books. One appears to be the textbook we're working through, and the other, she's writing in it. Like I am. The teacher drones on and on, but the girl... Can you stop skipping on me? That's definitely one little pet peeve I have so far. Everything else about this mod is phenomenal, but I definitely really wish that they gave me a little bit more time to read the text. Like the ones that just kind of cut off. I think I need a little bit more time than what they're giving me for the text. The teacher drones on and on, but the girl isn't listening. She's just writing in her book. Stop. This is getting creepy. Besides, I can't spend all day pondering over some random girl. I do my best to ignore her, despite myself. I can't help but peer in her direction every few minutes. The hell's wrong with me? I might be getting sick. The rest of class was fairly boring. At the very least, I managed to get some writing done. A lot of writing that I'll just end up throwing away. Why? Your love poem didn't sound good? A very tall and very annoying boy steps toward me, giggling to himself over his joke. Can I help you? You know what? I reckon you can. He seems to size me up for a minute before smiling to himself. I simply sit and watch him. He eventually grows impatient and speaks up. Look, you're new here. You don't have many friends. I sarcastically raise one eyebrow. Really? I hadn't noticed. This seems to annoy him, but his fake smile stays placid on his face. Look, the boys and I are planning to have a party after school today. Why don't you come along? Get to know some of the guys. Suddenly his tone drops and his voice takes a weird pitch. Diablo Grays, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I thought having it be more interactive by having line skip like that was cool at first, but I've since decided that it's more trouble than it's worth. Like I said, I don't mind like the skips and stuff. It's just if you're gonna skip and cut out, give me a little bit more time just to read it, or at least make the text like kind of scroll a little bit slower. because then at least I can actually read what it's saying without having to click the history button every time that, you know, I honestly think I am a fast reader, but I'm not that fast. So it's like, I think it needs to be toned down just a little bit. I think I don't mind the constant use of it. I don't have a problem with how many times it's been used so far. It's just, if you're gonna use it, make sure I can still be able to read it without having to keep clicking a button to go back into the story. Suddenly his tone drops and his voice takes on a weird pitch. It'll be a blast, won't it, Wally? The boy, it's the old MC model. I love it. I love how there's just all these different MC models being used. It's very, very creative. The boy suddenly pulls a smaller boy in there's a lot of boys going on here, by the shoulder to stand next to him. Is it Wallace? It's freaking Wallace. Of course it's Wallace. Oh, I don't know who's worse, Wallace or Todd, because Todd is another you know, constant person in the game being used. But Wallace is the guy, if I remember correctly. Wallace is the guy in the festival. He was the guy that Monica hired to try and fuck with the game. And ever since that, I'm like, Wallace is a bastard. If I ever see Wallace in another mod, I will immediately hate him. And here he is. It's been a long time. It's been a good long while. But we meet again, Wallace. What? Our friend here is gonna have lots of fun tonight. Right, Wallace? The smaller boy looks at me with a confused expression before turning back to his friends. Nick, what are you Nick suddenly squeezes the boy's shoulder, suddenly signaling something to him. Yeah, for sure. Are they, like, plotting to kill me or something? As if he's never lost it, Nick's friendly smile suddenly resurfaces. So what do you say, buddy? Want to come along? I imagine he has some sort of initiation prank that all our new students have to go through. Even if he didn't, there's not a chance in hell I would trust what he says. I'd rather not. A flicker of anger throughout his eyes, disappearing just as soon as it appeared. That's alright, I get it. You're a busy guy. Indeed, I have a lot of things to do. Like? Literally anything else. I love how, like, just straightforward he was about that. And now it's Yuri's turn. After school. I'm getting extremely nervous. Why is this, like, really, like... Why does the color saturation look really odd with this? I wonder why that is. I'm getting extremely nervous. Natsuki's pacing doesn't help either. Can you please stop? I'm trying to read. Fine, sorry. She takes a seat next to me. Then starts tapping her finger on the desk. Natsuki! Closing my book, I turn my chair to face her. What's bothering you? This new guy Sayori's bringing in. I don't like him. I quickly raise my fingers to cover the silent laughter from my mouth. Natsuki, you've never even met him. I don't need to. You heard what Sayori said yesterday. I did, and I'm willing to give him a chance. Really? You're not anxious at all? As soon as she mentions it, my heart rate starts to increase. Well, no. It'll be fine. Natsuki looks, tell me she's not buying it. Yuri, it's okay to feel nervous. I'm not nervous, Natsuki. It's just... I don't know. I just have a bad feeling about it, is all. See? I'm not the only crazy one here. Oh, stop it, Nat. I playfully pretend to slap Natsuki across her shoulder. Look, when he comes in, I'll do the talking, okay? You can join in if you want. A gentle smile finds its way onto my face. Thank you, I'd appreciate that. I carefully reopen my book and continue reading. That's new. I'm sorry. That book, I haven't seen you read it before. Oh, it's one of my dad's. I decided to reread it again. So, have you read it before? Well, not quite. Dad used to read it to me. Every night before bed, he would slowly tuck me in and pull out the book. He'd give me all the characters' different silly voices and sing out all the songs. It used to drive Mom insane, but I loved it. I suddenly feel Natsuki's hand on my shoulder. She has a very concerned look on her face. Oh, sorry for rambling on again with the freaking cutoff. Are you okay, Yuri? Fine, why do you ask? Well, it's just... She seems hesitant to speak, carefully picking each word. You haven't talked about your dad since we were kids. And even then, you weren't smiling when you did. Thank you, Natsuki. I guess I just didn't want his memory to be a bad one anymore. I get that. Do you mind if I... Natsuki reaches for the book, but out of instinct I pull away protectively. I'm not gonna damage it, dummy. I know how much it means to you. Alright. Natsuki gently takes it from her hand, in her hands, flipping through the pages. Every part of me wants to steal it back, but I restrain myself. Eventually, she comes to the opening page of my dad's note. She spends a minute or two reading through it. Yuri, Oh? What are you two up to? Yuri's trying to get me to read her stupid novels again. Quickly, Natsuki slides the book back to me. Any luck this time? Not a chance. Natsuki gives a sad look before mouthing the word sorry in my direction. Oh well, I should probably get ready. Sayori should be with a new member any minute now. As Monika walks up, Natsuki seems to lean closer towards me, whispering. Sorry, I didn't know if you were ready to talk about this with Monika yet. About your dad and all. I feel a little bit better knowing Natsuki's true motives, but I still feel vulnerable. I poured my soul out to her only for it to be crushed moments later. I am done in my Zoom. Good job. You got through it. I'm proud of you. Though, that's not Natsuki's fault. She was trying to help. I didn't damage it, did I? No, it's fine. I can tell Natsuki feels genuinely... I can't read when you're going to keep skipping on me! I can tell Natsuki feels genuinely guilty about what she did. Sayori just walked in. She seems slightly disappointed. Natsuki and Monika both... Oh, this is where it gets different, huh? Because MC said no this time. 3 classes left. Hopefully they're just as easy, right? Natsuki and Monika both quickly walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. Hey. Where's the new guy? Sayori looks dejectedly up at Natsuki. Not coming. He said he wasn't interested. Oh, I'm sorry, Sayori. Oh, so now he's too good for us. Natsuki. No, he's meant to be Sayori's friend and he just bails on her? Natsuki, we just go all this effort to preparing him for a new member and he just... Sayori. There you are. I'm guessing this is the literature club. Yuri's getting the flashbacks to the fucking classroom incident. Final class, science. Devin? Yeah? Were you even paying attention? When Sayori found out we were in the same science class, she was over the moon. Mostly because she thought she could just copy my work. Not at all. She was very disappointed. Oh, come on. Where else am I supposed to get the answers? Oh, I don't know. The teacher? Your notes? Your book? Maybe your own brain? If you just paid attention, you would know the answers. But you never pay attention and you're so smart. I stare at Sayori with a disbelieving look. Who has taught you these lies? I say this jokingly, but Sayori doesn't laugh. They're not lies, Devin. You really are smart, you know? You taught me so much when we were kids. I don't know. I don't feel like anyone has the right to be called smart. There's just so much about life that nobody knows. Sayori starts giggling to herself. What's so funny? Nothing. You just sound like one of those girls in my club. Are you sure you won't just come to check it out? It's just on the 3rd floor. No thanks, Sayori. I have a plan for the whole club situation, remember? You never told me what it was, though. I'm not going to join a club. But Devin, you need to. I hold my hand to silence her. I have it sorted, Sayori. Thanks. But I'm just not interested in joining any clubs. Okay. See you around, Devin. She quickly exits the classroom. I'll make it up to her eventually. Just not right now. I begin packing my stuff away. Books, pencils, homework. Oh, come on. Sayori forgot to take her homework. I considered just going home and forgetting about it. That's great, Devin. Think of even more ways to be a shitty friend. What did she say? The club was on the 3rd floor? I swear, Sayori, if you plan this... Guess it's time to meet the literature club. It wasn't hard to find them. The 3rd floor only has one other club, and they're pretty much always out. I stand outside the clubroom door and I can hear the sounds of arguing from inside. Nice group, huh, Sayori? I take a few deep breaths. I always find myself getting nervous whenever I meet new people. I place my hand on the doorknob, noticing how my hand is slightly shaking. Get a hold of yourself. They're just ordinary high school students. You talk to Sayori's friends. You can talk to her club. Ah, Sayori, there you are. I'm guessing this is the literature club. Devin? You forgot your homework in class. So I did. Devin? Wow, it's been a while. Indeed, it has. I cannot remember this person's name for the life of me. It started with an M, I think. Madison? Melanie? Melanie, question mark? I love that they did that. That's very creative. What was it? 6 months ago? Not quite sure. It was a long time ago. Madeline, May, Marceline, Devin, Monica. You two know each other? Well, we did help you move here, Sayori. Monica! As I recall, Monica and I were the ones doing all the heavy lifting. I was tired. Monica continues to tease Sayori as I place her homework on the table and look around the room. The room is mostly empty apart from 3 to 4 girls that make up the club's members. A mysterious... can you stop skipping on me? A mysterious-looking girl sitting in the corner. Are you done? A short girl stands defiantly in front of me, her angry face looking up at me. I said, are you done? You gave Sayori your homework, so you can go now. Ah, so you're that type, huh? What's your name? What? Gotcha. Well, what? I know Sayori would prefer to talk for a while, so I'm gonna stick around for a few minutes. Ugh. They renamed her what? I love it. I fucking love it. This is about the best club meeting I've ever fucking been to. Oh, Devin, I see you've met Natsuki already. Sayori, get your dumb boyfriend out of here. Devin's not my... well, he's not. Great, she's made Sayori uncomfortable. Watch it, short stack. Sayori seems to grow absolutely livid. Do you want to get punched? Want to get punched back? Okay, guys, let's calm down now. Devin, why don't you come meet our last member, Yuri? Monica gestures over to the mysterious-looking girl. I don't know why, but I feel like I've seen her somewhere, a long time ago. Yuri quickly shies away as soon as I look at her. She could be a bit shy. It's best just to give her time. Jesus. Thank God I didn't join this club. I have no idea why Sayori is friends with these people. Except for maybe Monica, Sayori seems to be the only normal person here. The others seem to be talking to each other, so I take the chance to quickly slip out of the room. At least I won't ever have to do that again. I should leave it there because my class starts in 15 minutes. I forgot to tell you guys, I legit have a class in 15 minutes. I think I'm going to have to save it there because of the fact that I will be late if I don't start getting ready for it now. So I'm enjoying this mod very much right now. I legit, this has actually been really, really fun. And I definitely have all the plans to finish the demo. I'm just going to have to do it in different parts. So I'll probably end up, if I have the time tomorrow, I'll probably end up streaming it tomorrow. And then from there, I will most certainly be doing it as often as I can because I want to finish this as soon as possible so I can give my full insight on it and then you know, definitely be supportive of Ryan and Illy. But for the most part, I am going to leave the stream here. So for all who attended the stream and watched a little bit of it, even if it was only a little bit, I appreciate it full-heartedly. And for the most part, if you guys don't know, I'm going to try and stream tomorrow and most likely be the mod again. Probably around maybe like 2 o'clock or so. Maybe a little bit later than that. But for the most part, anytime after 2. And I'll be doing it for like a couple hours again. But for the most part, I will leave it here. So guys, thank you so much for watching the stream.